Okay, so we should have everything set up now for our timer. First thing we've done is set the timer to 0. So we set the armor stand score and timer min to 0 and timer sec. So timer min is the minutes, timer sec is the seconds. We've set its score and timer mode to 1. 1 is for counting up, -1 is for counting down. Now we've set our displays as well. So you can see here we're using the operation command, the scoreboard, and we're setting the seconds in category timer equal to the armor stand in category timer seconds. Do the same with minutes, and then set the display up here. And then all the way over there, there's a little thing that I've command block that I've added. I just realized I have zoom now in 1.8. It's great. Optifine right up here on the top left. It's great. Came out finally. You should get it. But I've started our timer right down there. So if I put a block here, we should be able to see the timer come up on the right. There it is. We see our 10-second counter going down. Just at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if we're lucky, yep, our timer's counting up. So we did everything right. Set that all up. We have our block to open the door. Opening the door is going to let the players into here. So that's good. So now that I have that all set up, I'm going to take a quick moment to gather myself and figure out what the next step is. We're going to have the win condition for this game be a player standing on each of these blocks here. And the easiest way to do this is going to be to test for that with an AND gate. So we're going to go ahead and just do a test for command in each of these right here. Test for at P, we're going to do score playing min equals 1 just in case. And then we're going to do X equals 619, Y equals 103, Z equals 491, and now our dx is going to equal 0, our dy is going to equal 2. The reason I do that is because people like to jump up and down when they get on here, so dz is then going to be 0 as well. So we'll go ahead and copy this one. We'll see which coordinate changes. It's our z coordinate. We went to 489 and then 487 here. Okay, so that's our win conditions here. We'll just clear some inventory space, grab these with some MBT data, and we'll fly over here, and we will put them on a clock. So I'm going to do my my completion checker over here, I guess. Clock there. Trying to think what the best way to do this is. We're going to have we're going to need a repeater coming out of the clock because the hopper clock's only going to give you a signal length of 1. So I'm not going to have enough room going in that direction. I'm going to need to do it this way after all. I'd like to not stick out any further than that if I can. We'll see how big this gets. Hopper, those things, and then we will, I guess we can just put the command blocks right here, can't we? 1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and get outputs from these here. And these outputs, if you were to run them into an AND gate, you have to do them like this. So we're going to go ahead and get our torch out. We'll use a redstone torch here. Boop. Redstone dust will help us complete the 3-way AND gate. So now you can see there, if at any time any one of these torches is turned on, it'll power this redstone dust, which will keep this torch off. So then once that means that this clock will have to test positively in all 3 of those spots to be able to get a win condition. So we've got our win output right there. Now what do we have to do on the win output? We have to turn the timer off so we get an accurate score. So we'll do that there. I've just added that command in from my cheat sheet. Is there a sign nearby? There's a sign right over here. So I don't have to dig in my inventory. It's always good to label these because if something bugs out, it's really hard to find what's what just clicking into the command block, because it's mostly redstone block placing commands in these. So we've done that. Job is also going to have to say round over. so we will find that command quickly. Do I have one that says round over? I have one that says the team wins. We'll just add that in later. So this one will be the one where he says round over. Job round over. We'll also have a sound that plays, and I think I have a sound command in here. Yep, so we'll just use that. I think it's round end, might be the sound. Let me try it. Yep, okay. So that's our round end command. So now we have timer off, we have Job saying his thing, we have round end sound. Okay, we have all those hooked up. We also need to shut this clock off here, which we might as well finish the clock while we're at it. One down there and there. Put that in there. That'll get that started. Let's see. Set block, tab, redstone block. You get really good at typing redstone block when you do this as much as I do. Here we go. So this is the win condition clock off, and we also need to turn that on when the game starts. So let's go put that over here. Just throwing things all over the place, aren't I? Alright, paste that in there. That needs to be air though. Win condition clock on. Okay, so we have that. Let's get that off the screen. Pick those up. Okay, so now our win condition clock is going to turn on over there. It's going to check to make sure that there's a player on each of those blocks. And when that happens, it's going to turn the win condition clock off. It's going to play the round end sound. It's going to have Job tell them that the round's over, and it's going to shut the timer off. It'll shut the timer off, but it won't reset it, and that's important because we need to make a record of that score before we continue to play the game, or else bad things will happen. So, yeah, I think we're all done with the stop thing. Who knows, I might remember something later or figure something out in the testing that we're probably doing today. But we'll see. So, we've got that done. We're going to do these buttons later once we actually have a waiting room, so I'm not going to worry about those right now. The last thing that we're going to do is the button that resets the game, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of prep work, and then we'll do that, and we'll be done. So I've done a little bit of prep work already. I've added in the thing that replaces the glass back with wool. Now we're back looking at the thing behind here, because one of the most important things about resetting this game before it gets played on any round is going to be cloning in this front layer here, which is the layer that we want to have it start at. And I'm back here to show you guys that I changed this setup a little bit so that these ones, when you place a redstone block here, it turns it into sponge. And the reason I've done that is because now I can run every command in this front wall by selecting this range from this corner here to the redstone in the bottom corner on the other side, and replacing the sponge blocks with redstone blocks. So just for consistency's sake, we'll do this here. To fill, we'll get our 3 coordinates. We will buzz up through here. I need to be careful to not give away any of the game while I'm doing this. It's kind of difficult. So we're up here now. This is our other bound. So we're going to do these 3 coordinates. I'll just copy that for now and then get out of here so we're not giving the game away. Move my mouse around a little bit. Okay, so now to use that, we'll go up, look at this again. We're going to fill that with redstone block 0 replace sponge. And now I'm going to copy that. We're just going to go over here and just run that command and make sure it works. Let me get rid of F3 first. Paste it, run it. And 16 blocks filled, and you could see that it didn't even show them the update. It just replaced them all back. And I can confirm that that will reset all those, but I can't show you because it ruined the game. So we will go ahead and put that in here. That will reset the entire front course. Reset pipes. Okay. we've got that done. That was the most important part. The other thing that I'm going to go through and do is just get it to reset these blocks to shut the clock off. It already deletes this button over here, so they can't push that before the game starts. It's also going to reset the airlock to the right direction. It will shut that door at the start of the game, and it will reset all of these mechanics as well. It'll just clone them back to their starting positions. So I think that's it. I really don't have any more redstoning left that I'm going to show you guys for this. The game itself already works, and it will be resettable as soon as I've finished doing those things I've just showed you. So I hope you enjoyed this little sort of tour of me redstoning. I tried my best to make it not too random, but hopefully it worked out. If you guys have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to ask, because I really enjoy answering them. And I will see you guys for the next episode of Let's Build a Game Show Game. I don't know when it's going to be. I'll be really upfront about that. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before we release the videos, and one of those things that needs to happen is the game needs to be played in the episode and aired on the show. So depending on how long that takes to happen could depend on how long it takes until the series continues, but one thing I will tell you is that I'm going to have things pre-recorded, so as soon as we do play that game, you'll see videos from me coming out about it almost instantly afterwards. So until next time, whenever that may be, I've been Avondale. Thanks for watching. In category timer equal to the armor stand in category timer seconds. Do the same with minutes, and then set the display up here. And then all the way over there, there's a little thing that I've command block that I've added. I just realized I have zoom now in 1.8. It's great. Optifine right up here, top left. It's great. And timer sec. So timer min is the minutes, timer sec is the seconds. We've set its score in timer mode to 1. 1 is for counting up, -1 is for counting down. And now we've set our displays as well. So you can see here we're using the operation command, the scoreboard, and we're setting the seconds. Came out finally, you should get it. But I've started our timer right down there, so if I put a block here, we should be able to see the timer come up on the right. There it is. We see our 10-second counter going down. Just hit 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if we're lucky, yep, our timer's counting up. Okay, so we should have everything set up now for our timer. First thing we've done is set the timer to 0. So we set the armor stand score in timer min to 0. So we did everything right. Set that all up. We have our block to open the door. Opening the door is going to let the players into here. So that's good. So now that I have that all set up, I'm going to take a quick moment to gather myself and figure out what the next step is. We're going to have the win condition